Hi. So it is Friday. Happy Friday. And today, because you are one of the people in class who scored a 3 or higher on the Reconstruction Plans quiz, you don't have to retake it. Yay! You don't have to do the reteach, which is wonderful. Instead, you have this opportunity to work on a question of your choice about Reconstruction. So there's a list of topics that you'll get to choose from, which will be posted below in this assignment. And here they are. So you'll be choosing between these topics here, but what you have to do is phrase it in the form of a question, okay? So if you want to know more about Andrew Johnson, and maybe something in particular you're curious about is his impeachment and what exactly happened there, you could ask a question like, what exactly was Andrew Johnson's impeachment all about, and how did the impeachment hearings go? All right? Or you could ask a question about the Ku Klux Klan and say, how exactly did the Ku Klux Klan get its start, and when was the height of its membership? Okay? Or how did the KKK work to terrorize African Americans throughout the South to prevent them from exercising their rights with the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment? Okay, so it's really up to you. You choose something that is of interest to you. Now, if you look at these topics and you're like, none of these on Reconstruction are really floating my boat. Instead, I want to know about this thing that was kind of mentioned. You can do that. Or if there's a particular person related to Reconstruction that's not on this list that you would like to look into, like Hiram Revels or something like that, the senator, the first African American senator, you could do that. But you have to phrase it in the form of a question. Please go for depth of understanding. Make sure that your question is open-ended, not a closed question that gives you just one quick answer, like, when was Reconstruction over? Well, when you look that up, that's going to give you a year. And that's the end of that, right? You need to go for a question that is going to allow for more depth. So the actual assignment that you will work in is, once you've chosen your question, or once you've crafted your question based on the topic of interest, you go ahead and you type it in here, and then you just follow the steps. Second thing, you go and you seek out some answers. So you start visiting some websites, and then you link in these sites, okay? 1 and 2, I'm just asking for 2 different sites. And then based on those sites and the information you start finding, you'd say, from source 1, here's some information that I discovered. And you start typing in some ideas there, okay? You can have it in list form if you wish, or in paragraph form. It's totally up to you. Same deal with your second source. What are some of the things you discover from there? And then going back to your original question, what are you thinking now? What have you learned from this? Okay? And then finally, what are a few questions that, now that you know this, what does it lead you to next? Like, what would be the next thing that you would want to dig into further if you had more time? So the idea here is it's only supposed to take you half an hour, okay? It is the genius half hour. Alrighty, have fun today, and thanks so much for all of your efforts. I'm really proud of you for getting a 3 or higher on the Reconstruction quiz. Good job.